See, I've been there. I've built an 8-figure business, and still I was broken inside. After losing everything, after going from the mountaintop to the pit of despair, I realized that I had misplaced my priorities. My foundation was all wrong. I was chasing external affirmations, external achievements, and lacking that inner fulfillment. Rebuilding my life, rebuilding me, rebuilding my business had to do with a realignment of my purpose and my spirit and my belief in God. Our mission is to empower 10,000 individuals to live life on their terms, earn more, work less, and live a life of their dreams. Leading on purpose. The spiritual bridge is where it all starts. It's the foundation. Or as I like to say in workout terms, it's your core. Your core is what makes everything else strong in your body. Without a strong core, we can leave ourselves to getting injured, getting hurt in workouts, or in a more spiritual sense, being spiritually broken. Success in business does not mean success in life. I've seen many of entrepreneurs have a very successful business and still leave themselves broken inside, empty inside. The bridge I want to touch on today is bridge number 1, the spiritual bridge. It's the foundation of them all. Without a solid spiritual foundation, everything else crumbles. As I used the core analogy earlier, without a strong core, our body cannot be as strong as possible. This bridge is about connecting to something bigger than yourself. For me, it's my faith in Christ. For you, it might be something different. Here's what I've talked about often. We've all been in a room, whether it be a celebration of life, a wake, a funeral, seen a body present and a spirit gone. So whatever you believe, it's not for me to tell you. I just want to tell you what I believe and know that this spiritual foundation is what's going to make everything else in your life better. This spiritual foundation guides your principles. It guides your decisions. You need to know what you are, what you stand for, and most importantly, whose you are. See, I've been there. I've built an 8-figure business, and still I was broken inside. After losing everything, after going from the mountaintop to the pit of despair, I realized that I had misplaced my priorities. My foundation was all wrong. I was chasing external affirmations, external achievements, and lacking that inner fulfillment. Rebuilding my life, rebuilding me, rebuilding my business had to do with a realignment of my purpose and my spirit and my belief in God. Now, I want to touch on the heart of this bridge really quick. Spirituality grounds your life and your business in purpose and on purpose. It's not about religion alone. It's about knowing your mission, your vision, your values, and being able to guide all of your decisions based on those. It's about living in alignment with your vision, your mission, and your values. You ever feel too stressed to feel blessed? I've been there as well. See, when life knocks you down, your spiritual foundation is the one that helps pick you back up. It helps you navigate setbacks, losses, and challenges with a proper perspective. On the other hand of that, it gives your success actual meaning. Sometimes I've run into people, including myself in the past, where we achieved the success and it lacked this meaning and left us feeling empty inside. Left me feeling empty inside. And I've seen this happen over and over again because it wasn't grounded in our purpose, in a higher calling or meaning. And you ever feel burnt out? That's where this comes in as well. When you're working, grinding it out day in and day out, not knowing that it's connected to a higher or deeper purpose, that's what leads to burnout. When you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing, that's what leads to purpose. Every milestone becomes more fulfilling when you're grounded in that purpose. And here's the added benefit. A strong spiritual bridge connects you, every other part of your life, health, relationships, and of course, someday the legacy you want to leave. I've heard it said this way, that inheritance is what you leave to people. Legacy is what you leave in people. Without this bridge, you will constantly feel disconnected. You will constantly feel off balance, chasing success in one area while neglecting the most important areas. Now, the how-to. Start by asking yourself, what do I believe in? What are my core values? Now, I have separate home core values for my family than I do at work, and there's some alignment there. But I suggest you have both, one for your family and one for your work. Ground yourself in those values. Ground yourself in that deeper purpose. You ever struggle with identity? Me as well. Because when we root identity in things, position, money, accolades, we feel empty. Who are you beyond your business? Without clarity on this, you'll always feel disconnected. I'm a man. I'm a believer in God. I'm a follower of God. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a deeply loyal friend. I'm a leader. I'm a challenger. Those things shape my identity, not my position, not my money, not my accolades. I want to let you in on a little secret. You don't have to be in control of everything. As type A entrepreneurs, we are constantly thinking that we need to be the controller of everything. I've taught this principle many of times, but there's 3 businesses in life. 1, your business. 2, others' business. And the third one, God's business. There's only one of those that you have control over, and that's your business. So make sure you're paying attention to the one that you have control over. The other 2, you have 0 control. You may have influence, but you have 0 control. Don't try to control things you don't have control of. Surrender to the idea that there is a bigger purpose than your hustle. For me, that's my relationship with God. All the miracles that He's brought to my life, little, medium, and large. Paying attention to the intertwinings of all those miracles and how my life is shaped because of His grace. Some daily practices. Get quiet. Pray often. Meditate often. In silence is when we hear God's whispers. God doesn't often scream, but He whispers often. Your purpose will be revealed to you in stillness. If you're constantly busy, if you're constantly go, 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 you're going to be constantly ignoring the whispers being paid attention to. So make sure that you give yourself time to get still. In EOS language, we call this clarity breaks. We schedule time in our calendars where we're actually paying attention to not our phones, not our computers, but a piece of paper and a pen, and getting still to work through some of the emotions we've had of the week, some deeper thoughts, some deeper visions, some recurring thoughts, both positive and negative, and working through them. Find your favorite coffee shop, find a park bench, whatever it may be, to get you in a spot to be still and alone with your thoughts. It's powerful. Figure out the cadence for yourself, weekly, could be daily, but weekly, every other week, monthly, quarterly. Figure out those clarity breaks for you. Make your faith or spiritual practice, whichever it is, a daily practice. It takes practice to get good at anything. And so if we're building this foundation as foundation in Bridge 1, we need to do it daily. Like any muscle, like anything that we ever get good at, it takes work. Now, what's next? Bridge number 2 we're going to hit next, and that is all about the internal. The internal we call your mental, your emotional, and your physical health. We get to dive deep on that and why it's so important in Bridge number 2. We'll explore how to take care of your inner world so that you can go to the external world as your best version of yourself. We'll fully go dive into that to make sure that you show up the best in your personal life and your business. So in closing, building your spiritual bridge is the foundation. It's the most important step to living a truly fulfilled life. I had to learn this the hard way. That's why I'm paying it forward so that all of you don't have to learn the hard lessons that I've learned. It's more than hitting goals. It's about living a life of purpose and peace. If you're ready to start building a life more of who you truly are, then stick with me. And if this message really resonated with you, please like, share it, and subscribe for more life lessons as we go along these 5 bridges of Kairos.